Let's be real. So much of our lives happens online now, right? Work, school, just hanging out with friends. The line between our digital life and our real life has basically vanished. And that's amazing. It opens up so many doors. But it also brings up a huge question. Are we actually being good citizens in this massive new digital world? Let's dive in and break down what that even means.
So when I say digital citizenship, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably a list of rules, right? Don't share your password, don't talk to strangers, don't post that embarrassing photo. And look, all of that safety stuff is super important, for sure, but it's only half the story. The experts, like those at the International Society for Technology and Education, or IST, say we really need to flip the script. Instead of just a list of don'ts, let's think about it as a powerful set of do's, the skills we all need to really participate and thrive online. So, what is digital citizenship really? Let's get past the simple safety rules for a second and look at the whole shebang. Okay, if we pull together what organizations like the Council of Europe and ISTE are saying, this is the core idea right here. And I want you to notice those key words: actively, positively, and responsibly engage. See, this isn't just about trying to avoid getting into trouble online. It's about having the skills and the mindset to actually make a positive impact. Now, a few different groups have mapped this out, but if you look closely, you'll see they're all pointing to the same things. For example, the Council of Europe talks about well-being online. Well, that's not just about avoiding trolls. It connects directly to what IST calls being balanced and alert. Recognizing when you've been doom scrolling for way too long and it's time to log off. Or how about rights online? That means being an informed citizen who knows how to spot misinformation. These are the core pieces we're going to unpack. So let's start small. Let's start at the micro level. You, just you. How do you actually show up in the digital world? It sounds like a simple question, right? But the answer is, well, it's complicated. Every single like, every comment, every photo you share, it all comes together to build a version of you online. And that's your digital identity. And here's why that identity is so important. As the IST's student standards point out, our online actions are pretty much permanent. This digital footprint, this trail of data we all leave behind, it builds our online reputation over time, whether we mean for it to or not. So how do you manage this digital version of yourself? Well, the Council of Europe suggests focusing on three main things. First up, empathy. Just remembering there's a real person, not just a profile picture, on the other side of that screen. Second, your own health, knowing when to put the phone down and just step away. And finally, your e-presence, being thoughtful and deliberate about the person you're presenting to the world online. Okay, so we've covered our individual identity. Now let's zoom out just a little bit to the meso view. This is all about how we interact with each other inside our digital communities. The internet is just overflowing with information, right? Which makes this next skill absolutely essential. Media and information literacy is basically your best defense against all the fake news and misinformation that spreads like wildfire online. It's all about making that shift from just passively consuming content to actively questioning it. And here's a super practical way to put that into action. Before you share something, before you even fully believe it, just run through this quick mental checklist. Who made this? Why did they make it? And can I find the same info anywhere else, from a source I actually trust? It's such a simple habit, but it's incredibly powerful for being a responsible digital citizen. But being a good digital citizen isn't just about facts and logic. It's about people. Like ISD points out, real positive engagement means creating a space for actual dialogue. And that means you have to be open to different viewpoints and, most importantly, communicate with respect. It means not just shutting down a comment you disagree with, but maybe trying to understand the perspective behind it, even if you still don't agree in the end. Okay, time to pull the lens back one more time, all the way out to the macro view, our rights and responsibilities as citizens of this global digital world we all share. I want you to think of this as a kind of social contract for the digital age. We all have rights online, like the right to privacy and freedom of expression. But, and this is a big but, those rights come packaged with responsibilities. Your right to privacy is tied to your responsibility to respect the privacy of others. Your right to speak your mind is balanced by your duty to do it ethically. You can't have one without the other. So, living up to those responsibilities means being proactive about security.
Yeah, that means protecting yourself, using strong passwords, and understanding how your data is being tracked by advertisers or shaped by algorithms. But it also means protecting others by reporting harmful behavior when you see it. It's about looking out for yourself and for the community. And all of this brings us to a really powerful final idea. See, for a long time, the burden of being a good digital citizen has been put almost entirely on us, the individual users. But a healthier digital world, that's going to require a big shift in our thinking. This is where the idea of a duty of care comes in. Professor Admire Murray argues that keeping the digital world safe and healthy isn't just on you. It's a shared moral obligation. The tech platforms that build these spaces and the governments that regulate them, they're also responsible. Everybody has a part to play in preventing harm.
You know, this idea is captured so beautifully in the African philosophy of Ubuntu. It means I am because of who we all are, and it really emphasizes how interconnected we are. Our own individual digital well-being is directly tied to the health and well-being of our entire digital community. We really are all in this together. And that leaves us with one final and I think vital question. This isn't just a technical problem to be solved. It's a deeply human one. Every single day, with every click, every share, and every post, all of us are collectively answering this question and building the digital world of tomorrow. The challenge for all of us is to do it with intention, with care, and with a shared sense of responsibility.